Chapter 7. Light a Candle in the Darkness. Apache Junction, dreaming of SWAMIS. When I was staying in Apache Junction at 304 South Main Drive, I spent my days in the local Starbucks on Apache Trail, working that Starbucks Wi-Fi, trying to get the legacy project together for my grandfather. My routine was I'd leave in the morning on my bicycle and then about 5 o'clock pack up and bike back down the trail to where I was living alone. I'd make a simple dinner for myself, and then I'd eat that dinner in front of the altar I'd made with my mother and my grandfather on it. Nora had told me to light a candle and talk to them. So after dinner, I'd light that candle and I'd tell them how my day went. I had no one else to talk to, and it was while living there that I started to feel closer to them. I could perceive their presence sometimes, especially my grandfather. After all, Arizona had been his home for almost 13 years. So this was my routine, day in and day out, for the almost 2 months I was there. I could feel my grandfather's presence very strongly. For example, one time I was sitting on the couch, having come back from working on a project for him, and I just sort of boldly said, "Hey Grandpa, take a look at this." And I actually felt him come sit next to me on the couch and lean over and look at what I was trying to show him. Somehow this seemed perfectly normal. My awareness was continuing to expand. Also in the evening, I would read some verses from the book of Matthew. It was actually his book, and he used to read the Psalms at night before he went to bed. This was just another way for me to feel close to him. My mother would make her presence felt as well. My mom's birthday fell on Valentine's Day, so of course I had to get her chocolates. She was allergic in real life, but now that she'd crossed over to the other side, I figured she could have them. I also got her a card, and I lit a candle in her honor. So after doing this little birthday ceremony for my mother's spirit, I went to bed. The bedroom was a bare bones affair. The mattress was on the floor, and the window was boarded up, so there was no light coming in through the window. No sun during the day, no moon or stars at night. It was kind of like a prison cell, I suppose. So, physically and metaphorically speaking, I really felt like I was in the dark, because I was. What was going to happen to me? So after the birthday celebration, I went to bed and fell asleep. And that's when I experienced an extraordinary vision. The next thing I knew, I was floating over a beautiful opalescent blue ocean, and I appeared to be floating over a bluff, and there was a breeze, this very kind of constant but gentle breeze that I was feeling on my face. As I looked up and trying to understand where I was, there was this really far out, like pine tree, how they kind of bend, in the wind on the coastline. And as I looked to my left, I could see that this white sand beach curved all the way around, and there seemed to be a peninsula jutting out. It was absolutely gorgeous. And as I was looking down at the water, I also noticed that there was a pink frangipani that floated from the right in the water, kind of in front of me and over to the left. Next thing I knew, I was awake and back in dry and dusty Apache Junction. First question: where's that? I spent about a half an hour to 45 minutes with very crappy cellular service trying to do a search, trying to figure out where this could be. I inputted things like white sand beaches, best beaches, blue water, anything that I could think of that could help me find this place. And finally, I found a photograph that looked exactly like what I had seen in my dream. So when I clicked on the image, it took me directly to the website of the meditation gardens in Encinitas, California, established by Yogananda. My mother was giving me another message through this information, through this vision. She had been a devout follower of Yogananda and meditated twice a day for 26 years without fail, morning and night. As I researched the place, I found out there was plenty of beaches, bike paths, and farmers markets. Mother knows best. She knew me very well, and she knew those were all the things that I loved. I also found this painting by Kevin Anderson. It gave me peace, and I hadn't had peace in months. If only I could hang on long enough to try and figure out how to make a way in what seemed to be my future home, with no money, no friends, and no job. You've been listening to my song, Space, Music to Meditate by. Click on the link to listen to the whole tune.